See my hands and look at my feet. It's okay if it's hard to believe. I have faith that you will do greater things. It's my time to go, but before I leave, go tell the world about me. I was dead, but now I live. I've gotta go now for a little while, but goodbye is not the end. Don't forget the things that I taught you. I've conquered death and I hold the keys. Where I go, you'll go too someday. But there's much to do here before you leave. So go tell the world about me. I was dead, but now I live. I've gotta go now for a little while, but goodbye is not the end of the journey, the end of the road. My spirit is with you wherever you go. You have a purpose and I have a plan. I'll make you this promise, I'll come back again. But until then, go tell the world about me. For I was dead, but now I live. Oh, I've gotta go now for a little while. Hey, but goodbye is not the end. Oh, go tell them about me. I've gotta go for a little while. Goodbye is not the end.
I was blind to the truth, didn't know what I had. I was running, I was searching, but every place I turned for healing.
Good morning. We're going to get started in just a minute. If there are any remaining seats, they are available to you. All the students are here, so there's a few seats in this section. If you are standing and want to grab a seat, there's some seats in this section. All right. I think there's still a few seats in this section if anybody wants it, right over here.
Not that anyone wants to sit on the front row, but you're welcome to come down here if you don't want to stand in the back, and there's some seats over through here too.
All right, I guess everybody who wants a seat has got a seat. The rest of you, thank you for standing, and thank you everybody for joining us this morning. We are excited to recognize the achievement of all these students this morning. They've worked hard. It's been a great year, and we're happy that all of you family and friends have joined us this morning to celebrate. So I'm going to open in a word of prayer. Thank God for blessing this year. Ask him to bless this morning, and then I'm going to turn it over to Miss Kemp, and we will get started. So let's pray together. Father, I'm very thankful for these boys and girls that have been with us this year and the opportunity that we've had to be a part of their lives, help them, train them, teach them, and love them. And I'm thankful for their accomplishments, and I pray that you bless them for all their hard work, bless their families for their commitment, their friends, and I pray that you bless this morning, that it would be a blessing to them and their families and be an encouragement and honor you, we pray in Jesus' name, amen.
Good morning. I want to add my welcome as well to our 1st through 3rd grade awards assembly. At this time, we are going to give our certificates of completion, and that will be for 1st and 2nd grade. So everyone in 1st and 2nd grade will receive a certificate of completion. There are numerous names to call, and we want to make sure that everyone's name is heard. So after I call the name, please let me go ahead and call the next name, and then we will applaud for the entire class for this particular award after the entire class has received their awards. Teachers, at this time, could you please come to the front for your awards? Thank you. Certificate of completion for 1st grade Damery, Ainsley Brown, Melania Burbell. So students, this is a great job. There we go. Greta Crowley. Addison Ellis. Ember Failing. Jordan Farrar. Asher Gradle. Liam Grantham, Barrett Hamill, Lucas Hadaway, Cody Heinrich, Carson Hull, Hudson Hughes, Avery Jernigan, Cecilia Lankford, Nathaniel Lewis, Nadine Moffitt, Elijah Porter, Angel Smith, Noah Stice, Matthew Vance, and Sullivan Weston. At this time, let's congratulate those in 1st grade, Miss Damery. Certificate of completion for students in 1st grade, Miss Dosh, Elijah Bailey, Caden Courtney, Rebecca Damery, Liliana Deaton, Maximus Dowling, Matthew Gillinov, Annalie Hand, Maisie Hendricks, Kinley Hauser, Adeline Johnson, Katie Kunkelman, Camden Lee, Luana Link, Grayson Lowery, Aaron Maynard, Dean Merritt, Cambry Papacalo, Luke Petit, Lacey Sheehan, Amelia Spears, Levi Wadsworth, Grayson White, Adeline Williams, and Parker Wiltshire. Let's congratulate those in Miss Dosh's class. First grade, Miss Milam, Olivia Abbott, Joe Birch, Duke Burton, Hannah Dam, Caleb Daymarie, Jamar Epps, Galilee Hutchins, Chase Lane, Emma Langford, Benjamin Main, Brecklin McBride, Molly McDaniel, Savannah Morgan,
I'm not going to turn. Should I turn it on now, or is Anna coming?
Jersey Pointer, Matthew Quick,
Okay.
Emmett Roberts, Titus Saucer, Kenna Smith,
Sorry, light and everything.
Chloe Speranza, Oliver Stice,
You would know more than all of us.
Serenity Tamio, Cora Wiggins, Emmy Williams, and Jason Womack. First grade, Miss Mila. Now into second grade. Second grade, Eason, Andrew Atabay, Judith Ann Brown, Scarlett Brown, Etta Lee Bullock, Adelie Diamond, R.W. Dinwoody III, Kira Flippo,
Stuart was the one.
Fiona Gabbard,
Okay, so
Riley Hadaway, Ladarius Holmes, Kinsey Josephson, Cora Kirkland,
Yeah, if you want to slow it down. So
Bristol Merritt, Alice Miller, Brooklyn Miller, Charlotte Posey, Paul Roberts, Jonathan Royster, Taylor Schreiner, Jaden Skelly, Callie Ann Smith, Piper Smith, Trip Suthers III, and then Russell West. Let's congratulate Mrs. Second grade, Mrs. Reese, Isabella Alcorn, Carter Ailes, Brayson Barberry,
everything is last minute.
Easton Cash, Wesley Chen, Jace Cranford, Travis Ellis, Ronan Gust, Justin Heinrich, Abigail Konechny,
Stuart, how's the live stream?
Ben Kuckelman, Madeline Meyer, Alexis Owens,
Thanks.
Andrea Pryor,
Okay.
Paisley
Stuart, can you send
Schlegel,
me a text of the live stream?
Ezekiel Sipes,
Or wait, no.
Emerson Spate, Leo Stevens, Sadie Thayer, Avery Ward, Madeline Wheatley,
Okay, that's good.
Zaylee White, and Zoe Williams. Let's congratulate second. Second grade, Mrs. Thayer, Anthony Abundo, Donovan Atabay, Mason Carnley, Lena Casey,
Is Mrs.
Bella
Clinton
Chatrall,
Stuart,
Julia Diedrich,
is Mrs. Clinton the right now?
Nina Dimitrasco,
Also,
Kobe Fila, Kinja Fisher,
she is in the dark right now?
Jonathan Fournier, Layla Gibson,
Here, switch with
Ava Hathaway,
Come downstairs.
Sawyer Helms, Joshua Hensel,
She doesn't know how to do anything.
Adelaide Hodges, Dawson Howe, Brantley Hoyt,
Switching.
Annabelle Miles, Jackson Randall, Elizabeth Stice, Zachary Watson, and Kendall Wiggins. Let's congratulate second grade Mr. Taylor.
At this time, we're going to start with the academic awards, and if I could have third grade teachers please come up. I'll call out first grade all together and then we will applaud. This is year A honor roll. Made A's all years. This is a great accomplishment. In first grade, Damery, this is Greta Crowley and Asher Gradle and Hudson Hughes. If y'all come on up to your teacher. For Mrs. Dosh's class, Levi Wadsworth. Miss Milam is Joe Birch, Hannah Dom, Chase Lane, Molly McDaniel, and Cora Wiggins. Let's give all of them a round. For second grade, all A's, Judith Ann Brown, Scarlett Brown, Jaden Skelly, Callie Ann Smith, and Piper Smith. And then second for Thayer, Mrs. Thayer is Bella Chatral. Let's give second grade. Third grade for Mrs. DeIrish Lamb is Holly Carnley, Daisy Hayeswinkle, Sadie Jones, Haley Mathis, Lizzie Maynard, Eric Murphy, Callista Wiggins, Evangeline Woodring for Mrs. Gregory, Skylar Carter, Vivian Dunn, and William Miller. And then for Mrs. Johnson, Myra Keller and Anna Speranza. Let's give third grade. And another accomplishment is year AB honor roll. Let's do first grade. Miss Damery is Jordan Farrar, Liam Grantham, Lucas Hadaway, Cody Heinrich, Avery Jernigan, Cecilia Langford, Nathaniel Lewis, Elijah Porter, and Noah Stice. For Mrs. Dosh, Elijah Bailey, Rebecca Damery, Liliana Deaton, Matthew Gillinoff, Annalie Hand, Kinley Hauser, Adeline Johnson, Luana Link, Timmy Maynard, Dean Merritt, Cambry Papanicolaou, Luke Pettit, Amelia Spears, Grayson White, Adeline Williams, Parker Wiltshire, for Miss Milam, Olivia Abbott, Duke Burton, Caleb Damery, Jameer Epps, Galilee Hutchins, Emmeline Langford, Ben Main, Brecklin McBride, Savannah Morgan, Jersey Pointer, Matthew Quick, Emmett Roberts, Titus Sasser, Chloe Speranza, Oliver Stice, Serenity Tamayo, Emmy Williams, and Jason Womack. Let's give them all. Second grade now, starting with Mrs. Eason, Andrew Adeby, Adalee Bullock, Addie Diamond, R.W. Dinwoody, Kira Flippo, Fiona Gabbard, Riley Hadaway, Kinsey Josephson, Cora Kirkland, Crystal Merritt, Alice Miller, Brooklyn Miller, Charlotte Posey, Paul Roberts, Tripp Southers, Taylor Schreiner, Russell West. For second grade, Mrs. Reese, Carter Ailes, Easton Cash, Justin Heinrich, Abby Konechny, Andrea Pryor, Zeke Sipes, Sadie Thayer, Avery Ward. For second grade, Mrs. Thayer, Donovan Adeby, Mason Carnley, Colby Fila, Jonathan Fournier, Layla Gibson, Sawyer Helms, Addie Hodges, Dawson Howell, Annabelle Miles, Lizzie Stice, Zachary Watson, Kendall Wiggins. That's second grade. Let's give them a round of applause. Third grade, AP honor roll for Mrs. DeIrish Lamb. It's Reed Koppel, Alyssa Kennard, Jet Lane, Emma Lee, and Elise Lanou. For Miss Gregory, Elena Anderson, Sierra Coason, Ian Guttrell, Kylie Seacrest, Kalina Taylor, Jared Wilt, and third grade for Mrs. Johnson is Landon Fila, Harrison Meredith, and Callan White. Let's give third grade. Now we're going to go to individual achievements academically for the highest academic in math. So I'll call all these first through third grades out and we can applaud at that point. The highest in math in Miss Damery's class is Hudson Hughes. The highest in Mrs. Dosh's class is Adeline Williams. The highest in Miss Milam's class for math is Joe Birch. Second grade, Mrs. Eason is Callie Ann Smith. Second in Mrs. Reese, second grade Mrs. Reese is Jace Cranford. For second grade, Thayer is Bella Chatraw. For third grade, highest in math, Holly Carnley, For Miss Gregory's class, William Miller, and Miss Johnson's class is Callan White. Let's give them a round of applause. For the highest in phonics, highest academic for phonics, and that goes through 2nd grade. In Mrs. Damery's class is Nathaniel Lewis. For Miss Dosh, Adeline Williams. For Miss Milam, Joe Birch. Eason is Taylor Schreiner. For Reese is Carter Ailes, and Thayer is Layla Gibson. Highest in the phonics academically. They made the highest grade in the class. Let's give them a round. And for history, this is for 3rd grade. For Mrs. DeIrish Lamb's class is Holly Carnley. And then for Miss Gregory is Vivian Dunn. And for Mrs. Johnson's class is Anna Speranza, the highest in history. The highest in writing is for 2nd grade, Miss Eason, Callie Ann Smith, and for Miss Thayer, Bella Chatral. Highest in science is for starting 3rd grade is Mrs. DeIrish Lamb is Holly Carnley. For Miss Gregory, it's Vivian Dunn. And for 3rd grade, Miss Johnson, Anna Speranza, highest in science. Now in these, I would want you to understand they have to have at least a 94. If the class didn't have a 94 or above, then that's not being called out. So for reading, for 1st grade, Damery, Asher Gradle. For Miss Milam, Joe Birch. That's for 1st grade. Let's give them a round of applause. The highest academic in reading in 2nd grade for Miss Eason was Scarlett Brown. For Miss Reese, Sadie Thayer. And for Mrs. Thayer, Bella Chatral. That's highest in reading. For highest in English, that starts at 3rd grade. That's for Mrs. DeIrish Lamb, that's Eric Murphy. For Miss Gregory, it's Vivian Dunn. And for Mrs. Johnson, it's Anna Speranza. The next one is overall best in the class. So let's applaud each one because that's a big achievement. Overall best for Miss Damery is Greta Crowley. Overall best for Miss Dosh is Levi Wadsworth. For Miss Milam, Joe Birch. For Miss Eason, Callie Ann Smith. For Mrs. Reese, Sadie Thayer. For Mrs. Thayer, Bella Chatral. Mrs. DeIrish Lamb is Holly Carnley. For Miss Gregory's class, Vivian Dunn. And for 3rd grade, Miss Johnson, highest in overall academically is Anna Speranza. This is a most improved. That means that the teachers have looked at their grades and who improved the most from the beginning of the year till now. And for 1st grade, Mrs. Damery is Melania Burbell. For Miss Dosh, it's Caden Courtney. For Miss Milam is Chase Lang. For 2nd grade, Miss Eason, Jonathan Royster. For Mrs. Reese, Alexis Owens. For Mrs. Thayer, Nina Dimitrashko. For Mrs. D. Irish Lamb is Alyssa Kennard. For Miss Gregory, most improved was Elena Anderson. Most improved in Miss Johnson's class was Isabella Paget. So our next award is starting into our character awards, and the most helpful, the teachers have picked their choice of most helpful. For Miss Damery, it was Addison Ellis. For Miss Dosh, Liliana Deaton. Miss Milam's class, Hannah Dom. For Miss Eason, Piper Smith. For Mrs. Reese, Justin Heinrich. For Mrs. Thayer, Kendall Wiggins. Mrs. D. Irish Lamb chose Evie Woodring. Miss Gregory chose Abigail Thompson. Mrs. Johnson's most helpful is Carson Lowry. And then the teachers chose School Spirit. The student that came in really loves everything that we're doing, tries to dress up for everything, participates in stuff, just a part of the school and loves the school. Miss Damery picked Avery Jernigan. Miss Dosh chose Annalie Hand. Miss Milam chose Galilee Hutchins. Mrs. Eason chose Scarlett Brown. Mrs. Reese chose Abby Konechny. Mrs. Thayer chose Addie Hodges. Mrs. D. Irish Lamb, Daisy Hazewinkle. Miss Gregory chose Keanu Alway Lapadillo. And Miss Johnson chose Allison Keeney. So the next character award is Christian character. They've chosen the student that demonstrated Christian character towards each other, towards their peers, towards the teacher, and Miss Damery chose Nadine Moffett. Miss Dosh was Eli Bailey. For Miss Milam, it's Emmeline Langford. Mrs. Eason chose Alice Miller. Mrs. Reese chose Andrea Pryor. For Miss Thayer, Bella Chatral. Miss D. Irish Lamb chose Callista Wiggins. Miss Gregory chose Mackenzie Reagan. And Miss Johnson chose Eli Hendricks. All right, perfect attendance, and this will go fast. Miss Dosh, Dean Merritt. For Miss Eason, R.W. Dinwood. And Miss Reese chose, Sadie Thayer got perfect attendance. So now that is the end of teachers' award, so you can be seated. And so now we're going to honor those who participated in the spelling bee and oratorical, and also those who won. Now, these were the semifinalists. These were the ones who actually won in their classrooms, then came and competed at the PTM if you were here. And then we'll have the final winner of these divisions. So for 1st and 2nd grade, we have the first one that participated was for Ms. Damery's class was Nathaniel Lewis, Henry Hauser, Jersey Pointer, Jaden Skelly, Carter Ailes, and Donovan Attaby. And the winner of that division was Donovan Attaby. Those for the 3rd and 4th grade division that participated was Eric Murphy, Evangeline Woodring, Vivian Dunn, and Anna Speranza. That was also with 4th grade, and so the winner was out of 4th grade at this point. And then the oratorical, we had the same night. The participants that night were Avery Jernigan and Annie Brown and Scarlett Brown. And the winner of that division was Scarlett Brown. And the 3rd and 4th together, the participant that's here right now was Holly Carnley. At this time, we want to do a presentation that we do. The teachers pick the Student of the Year nomination, and they write something up to let us know what they feel about each of the students that they have chosen. And so I will call them out and read to you what they said about this student. And then we always have a winner in 2 different divisions. And so we would like to go ahead and do this presentation. So we'll start with what Ms. Damery, who Ms. Damery chose and what she had to say. The student shines because of his Christ-like attitude. He is gentle and kind towards others. He shows his friends respect by not touching their supplies. He respects others' personal, that's important, okay, in 1st grade. He respects others' personal space and does a great job at recess, keeping his hands to himself. I've never seen him argue with a classmate about who was first in line. This selfless attitude is an example to others in the class. When he is asked to do a task, he always does his best. He never says, I can't, or tries to argue with the teacher. I especially love that he puts his heart into his seat work. I can depend on his seat work being neat and correct. He follows directions, pays attention to details. Others enjoy being around him because of his sweet nature. He listens respectfully when addressed, and he often pitches in without being asked to help. He looks out for his friends, sometimes grabbing a water bottle or a jacket that has been left on the recess table, or helping a classmate clean up snack crumbs that have fallen on the floor. When he has been wrong, he willingly forgives. I've been blessed to be his teacher of this year, and I nominate Asher Gradle for the Student of the Year Award. For 1st grade, Ms. Dosh. This student embodies Christian character in every aspect of her life. Her love for Jesus is evident when she sweetly sings her Bible songs during class and when she intently listens to the Bible stories. Her love for others is on display daily. She always thinks of others. She is the first to offer her eggs to a student who didn't collect many during an Easter hunt. She is known by all her classmates as a friend to all. She is mindful of treating others the way Jesus would have. She offers friendship, kindness, and thoughtfulness to every classmate. She will always give a friend a thumbs up when they get the correct answer. Small but meaningful acts of kindness are felt by her peers. She displays joy, honesty, diligence, and integrity every day. Her light for Jesus indeed shines through her character. Miss Dosh has chosen Luana Lee. For Miss Milam, the student I chose for Student of the Year is someone who shows a sweet and considerate spirit as well as a desire to succeed academically. This person goes above and beyond with their schoolwork and with trying their best in every area at school. He looks for ways to be a helper and knows exactly what he should do without being asked. He shows a caring and loving heart for others in the classroom. He helps his classmates out and is very thoughtful of the needs of those around him. He works hard to get his work done, and his grades reflect the effort and hard work he puts into anything he does at school. This student is always ready to learn and is eager to listen and obey. The student I chose, Miss Milam chose for Student of the Year is Joe Birch. Okay, so Mrs. Reese, for her Student of the Year nomination, I have nominated a student that has gone above and beyond this year in 2nd grade. She always comes to school prepared and with great attitude. Her joy and laughter is contagious to those around her. She is trustworthy, extremely hardworking, and dependable. I know that anytime I give her a task, it will truly be done to the best of her ability. She was a constant help throughout this year, both during class participation times as well as after school, helping with ordinary tasks. Her love for Jesus is shown through many ways, but especially her servant's heart. She is always ready to be a servant, not only to her classmates, but also to her teacher. This helpful spirit has been shown time and time again this year, and it has been a joy getting to know her this year. Ms. Reese nominates Sadie Thayer. For Mrs. Thayer's class, my nomination is a student who has been dependable and diligent every day. When I encouraged them to improve in certain areas, they've listened and tried to apply the instructions given. This student is kind to their classmates and is a great friend. They have a great testimony for the Lord, very trustworthy. They are hardworking and have done their best no matter what the task. Their quiet and consistent obedience has been such an encouragement to me, and I'm thankful to have a student like this whom I can always depend on. I'm so proud of them and all that they have accomplished this year. My nomination for Student of the Year is Lizzie Stice. For Miss Eason, she says, when this student walked into my class, I knew there was something special about her. While working hard every day, she has been full of joy and happiness all year long. She consistently demonstrated excellence in everything she did and was willing to do anything that was asked of her. Her thoughtful, caring, and respectful attitude could be seen inside and outside the classroom as she played well with her classmates and was a friend to all. She passionately participated in class and had the best attitude even when she didn't win. She was prepared daily, was on the all-A honor roll the entire year. Her love for Jesus, family, friends, and school is contagious. I've enjoyed being her teacher and watching her grow in the 2nd grade. This year, I nominate Callie Ann Smith for Student of the Year. I don't think she's here today, so we will let her parents know. Now for 3rd grade, Mrs. DeIrish Lamb said, this student that I would like to nominate has done an excellent job this year. She has been on the A honor roll for the entire year. She worked hard to complete her work neatly. She had a great attitude and a kind spirit. She did not quit when a task seemed difficult. She had one of the highest writing grades for the year. She was considerate of others and remembered their prayer requests. She was patient with her classmates. She could be trusted to do jobs. She follows directions and was also a super helper. Really enjoyed her spunky personality, and she made teaching enjoyable. Mrs. Irish Lamb has nominated Sadie Jones. Ms. Gregory says this student has consistently demonstrated her trustworthiness and dependability in many areas. In academics, she has made honor roll every quarter. She can always be trusted to do her best and is diligent in completing her assignments. She demonstrates responsibilities by asking for help when she needs it and keeps trying until she understands. Not only is she dependable in academics, but she is also kind to her classmates, gets along well with everyone. She can be trusted to treat others with respect and courtesy. She honors authority and obeys when she is asked to do something, and her word can be trusted. Because of her outstanding character, I nominate Sierra Coason for Student of the Year. And then Mrs. Johnson says, the student that I've chosen for the Student of the Year is very sweet and happy. She does her best at anything she does, whether it is academics, an art project, or whatever we're doing in the classroom. She loves to be helpful. I have enjoyed her sweet spirit this year. She gets along great with the other students. I'm looking forward to watching her as she progresses in our school. I've chosen Maya Keller as my Student of the Year. These were all nominated by their teachers, and we, as the administration, looked at all of these things, knowing how the students conduct themselves. As well as we know, we have picked a Student of the Year for this year, and that Student of the Year is Sadie Jones. Good job. Y'all can go down to your seat.
Congratulations to all of you. Today we would like to honor someone that has made each of our lives easier this year. Undoubtedly, this person has saved your children many tardies while allowing you to get to work on time. It was evident at the beginning of the year with the increased enrollment that we needed assistance at the school entrance. We have had various officers assist us with this project, and for that, we are very grateful. Although no officer has taken as many shifts, become more soaked in the rain, or jumped out in front of more traffic than Officer Ann Gray. Her passion for the students and parents of West Florida Baptist Academy and her desire to make life easier for all of us has been such a joy to watch. There are other occasions, unknown to many, when we had her on campus other than just for traffic assistance. Anytime I would call her, she was always quick to say, "What do you need, Mrs. Kemp?" And she was there. We had no idea who she was in August, but she not only became a support to WFBA, she has quickly become our friend. She was recently honored by the Santa Rosa County Sheriff's Department for her service to this county. She is actually on duty today for these assemblies. Little did she know that not only did we need her services today, we also wanted her here in order to honor her. Officer Gray, several children have made cards for you to show their appreciation for all you have done for us. We also have made a special bracelet that was actually recommended material for police officers. Every time I see her, she has bracelets up and down that arm, which is engraved on the front, Officer Gray. In the inside, you will see an inscription that says, "Thank you," from WFBA. Each time you wear this bracelet, please see it as a remembrance that we are praying for God to protect you as you serve our county. Please join me in recognizing Officer Ann Gray. Would you please come forward? So there's a lot of things in there, lots of cards, if you need to share some with some of your fellow officers. No. Okay, let's give her another round.
All right, well, that concludes our award ceremony this morning. As many of you know, this was our Teacher Appreciation Week. So our kids have done really great this year. Can we give one more round of applause to all of our teachers? I think they've done a great job. And we want to thank you, parents and friends, who helped them feel appreciated this week for all the gifts and the food and the cards and the support, and let them know that they have done a good job with all the boys and girls this year. We appreciate you and your support as much as we appreciate our teachers and all the boys and girls that are here. Hey, I want to remind you, the awards are done, but school is not. School is not done, okay? So we still have almost 3 weeks left of school. Make sure to hang in there, get these kids into school. We do have a weekend coming up, but we have a little bit more time left. After school is done, I want to let you know we do have our Conquer Day Camp that will be going on again this summer. And if you've not yet registered for Conquer Day Camp, you can go onto our website and take care of that now. The cost for our Conquer website is all on our website. There's just a $50 registration fee. Get you in and get ready for when school is done. You'll be ready for the summer. So when we are dismissed here, we're going to ask the teachers to stay seated with your students and parents. You are welcome to come and take those awards from your kids so they'll get home and you'll see them and enjoy them, and you can take a few pictures. But we do have another awards